Let me check. Right, you guys should be able to hear me. That one's gonna be a short one. I just need to rest and recover a bit ahead of next week. Next week's gonna be crazy intense, and I mean, I did make quite some progress. We'll share the stuff built over. I mean, over the yesterday, and we've streamed pretty late. I say we, but like I streamed pretty late yesterday, and but there are a couple of things that we did which are pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and share my screen. You guys should see that. I'll start with the stuff that I did today, and then we'll discuss about priority for next week. I'm not going to record a weekly update today. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. It starts to get pretty late in here, and I'm honestly pretty empty here. So yesterday on stream we said, okay, let's do an update on the affiliate program, which we did. So today, if you go to the referral page, looks so much nicer than before, and you have your earnings history. You have nice stuff on over. You have your whole activity. You can export as CSV. You can also take like a QR code, copy stuff. Very simple stuff, but it's important for the affiliates to look at this stuff. You can request your payouts, and you can see your commission rate. On the other thing, and that's a pretty big chunk of work, is the analytics. So we did we went in prod with this like a few minutes ago at the stage. Major improvements to this. You can pull up your 24-hour P&L, lifetime P&L. You can check your performance via BTC. Drawdown, that's just nothing new. Here my chart doesn't look so good because I think that one is slightly better. You can check your performance, like daily performance stats with like your chart. You can check your trade duration, the P&L of the week. You can also check the fee breakdown, the slippage breakdown, which I think is honestly pretty cool. You have a streak tracker, and then on trade history you also have like your whole trade log and your slippage for that, the hold time, the status of this stuff, the entry exit. We basically brought up the, I think this to a level that's good. We won't do much update. I think next, we will always do like minor updates, but I think this is the bulk of what I wanted to get. The last implementation was honestly very bad, and it's just not what I aim to show the community. And so here, I think it's on par with what the other platforms are doing, and I think to me for now it's sufficient. You can also export the data and get the CSV dump if you want to. That's what we did. trying to see if I forget something. If you have suggestions on like things you want us to add, please go ahead and we'll do this stuff. A couple of other things, like for example on the transparency board now, we show you the where is this? Yeah, sorry, we show you the for example, if you want to see the traders over time. So today we have 22 traders. It's we haven't launched. We are in this pre-launch phase, and we've done this stuff, and then we did add the global distribution by challenges. We will simplify this with free versus paid, but today, because we only have the 5K 2 steps, you can check. Sorry, you can check the distribution of the countries. We basically have only Western Europe and the US. Sorry, not the US, Canada, because US is restricted. We might, do changes to that as we figure out the licenses, but today that's just the way it is. So it's just great to see, I'd like to have like the world map. I think for the payout, it's going to be great, or to have like a map of the world with the payouts. Maybe even have like a you have this website. It's called Maritime Traffic, and having this with payouts would be really cool. Well, it has to be different, but just the concept of having the money flow across the map, and that would be for the payouts. That's just an idea I have, and something that would be pretty fun to implement. All right, so next week is the launch week. We don't know. What's likely to happen is that, like on Monday, we lift the wait list. Well, like we sent out the emails on Monday. Tuesday, we lift the wait list. And then Wednesday, we communicate. That's basically how I think we want to go. And if we have an issue on Monday or Tuesday, we'll have to postpone the thing from Wednesday to Thursday. What's for sure though is we launch this week. So this week, everyone will be able to access everything. So priorities, the platform is not. Platform is not is never going to be fully ready. I tell you that. If you look at a platform today and you're like, yeah, stuff, that looks good or whatever, I always see things that can be very much improved. We have few bugs on the two-step accounts, just like UI bugs on the two-step accounts. We don't have and that's the biggest priority is the payout flow. We don't have the payout logic. I mean, it's not really a big thing. Basically the way it works is every time you make a payout, you withdraw your profit minus the split, so minus 20%, and that gets deducted from your equity. So whenever you withdraw, you have to withdraw the max, so that you basically start with a new account, like with the new equity at 100K or whatever, every time. And you can withdraw on demand, and anytime you withdraw, you can't put, like, you have to have no positions opened, and when the payout is being processed, 24 hours, maybe, like, if there is an issue or something, I can't guarantee it's going to stay forever, 24, like, basically there might be a day where it's like a bit more. But But what we will do though is share transparently our payout queue, and then, just like you have on exchanges when you make a withdraw request, you you have the status, and we'll basically have the same. And the particularity of our system is we'll show you the transaction hash directly on chain. So we'll show you what's our payout wallet. So it's like, there will be, I won't go into the details there on like how we'll process this. We'll share it when ready, but like on the specific setup of how we do things there. So the payout is important, and that's why I only want to get a full launch on Wednesday, is because since that's not fully ready, let's say someone just speed runs the whole thing, I want to make sure the payout system is built, so there's no like massive delay. Things are, we're pretty much operating at capacity, and you have to realize that we started building this really hardcore, like I would say 8 weeks ago. Like really from the 1st of Feb, things like picked up, and we've rebuilt like a whole exchange system essentially, like the liquidation engine, the risk management, everything, which is a whole bunch of work, and you have the UI, obviously, things like this. Beyond this, it's the dynamic HIP3 maker-taker fees. Today, the equity, like if you're buying equity or FX or commodities, you're getting bad fee rates, i.e. 0.04% and 0.012, so the maker-taker, and then for equities, we'll reduce this down to 0.008 and 0.0024, respectively, which are the growth modes. That's more down to details here. I think this, we need to do a bit more work on CRM, funding fees, and then crypto payments. Today we only have Stripe. We will strive to have crypto payment, if not this week maybe, because we'll have to monitor everything, and I suspect we'll be very busy. But maybe next weekend or weekend after. It's not as simple. You definitely want to hedge out of Stripe, that's for sure, because it's when someone makes a credit card payment through Stripe, you always have disputes which are impossible to win. So for us, we're happy to hedge with other payment providers, but for this we'll do a custom implementation, and i.e. do this ourselves and not gonna rely on any other providers. The other cool thing is also it's gonna improve the liquidity, because whenever you make a payment on Stripe, and between receiving the payments to actually withdrawing with all the settlements, it takes some time. So we'll have better finality there, and it's gonna be just much better for us. And then on the front end, we'll improve the responsiveness. We're not gonna be mobile first, but we will have basically like a good mobile experience, but not like fully optimized. But what I want to get to is someone can easily trade on his phone. And we'll acknowledge that the thing is going to be a bit clunky, but at least you can put on the trades and close the trades, which I think are the two important features. And then some other stuff like the payout model, and there will also be a point page, but that's more for later next week. And I think this is gonna be it for today again. I wanted this to be quite short. I personally take, I have to finish a few things. But yeah, a couple of things, like obviously a lot of things to do on the growth side, and just so many things to improve. It's actually pretty insane. And yeah, next week, wish me luck for next week. It's gonna be beyond the launch. It's like the fundraising, etc. It's gonna be pretty intense. Hence why I wanna actually just take some rest, and yeah, hopefully I get to do it. All right, cheers, everyone. Thanks for your time.